on, guys. Another Willie's Night, the 1922-28 Opera Coupe, and this is definitely an unrestored car. This is David Leipel from Milan. Where did you find this thing?
Actually, the car that just went through with ahead, Greg's car, and this, and there's a 66D sedan 3 cars back. They all came out of the same barn in Doylestown, Pennsylvania in 2001. They were all purchased in the early 50s by George Art and stored in a Revolutionary War era stone barn that was very, very damp, and hence the damage that has occurred to the cars.
Okay, go ahead. No, nothing to say. Pull her ahead. We're running a little short on time.
The windshield treatment is sort of interesting.
Usual is, yeah, the windshield treatment. All right, go ahead and talk about it, Jim, real quick.
Well, there isn't much more to say, except in an era when vertical windshields were quite common, here was a sloping windshield and then extra quarter glass between it and the A-pillars. So that was sort of the way they had to handle sloping windshields then.
You guys are talking. I'm the one breathing this exhaust down here. Oh, you won't hurt? All right. A 1923 Willie's Night 64 Roadster. And of course, Ken Lane comes here all the time. He's from Dearborn, another Orphan Car Show be-back guy. Go ahead. Anything to say?
Nothing
Nothing new.
What the pleasure of seeing all these old original cars.
Go ahead. Is there anything particularly unusual about this, Ken?
Oh, there's a lot of unusual stuff that they want to stop by. I'll tell them the story.
All right, you stop by and see Ken, and he'll tell you the story. Bring her ahead. This is a 28 Willie's Night Coupe. My God, it's a monster. Look at the size of this thing. I'm glad it's a coupe. This is Ernie Schultz from, where are you from? Morenci, Michigan. Okay.
Is your car a rectifier? Tell us what that is.
It vacuums the excess oil off the sleeve valves to keep it from burning oil like it's doing right now.
Does it work?
It has its moments.
When did they bring that in?
About 27.
Okay, so they must have been
There's a
listening
man
to
trying to
customer
take
comments
pictures and I'm walking
complaints
through his
These cars are all
Beautiful women can always stay in the chat.
Note as it goes by the style of the headlamps. It's sort of the shield-shaped design, which Willie's Night used at least 1 year, if not more.
Okay, another Willie's Night, a 66D sedan. This is David Leipel. Oh, it's yours. Well, who are you? Okay, Carla, thank you for bringing your car. Another misprint. Anything to add about this?
What year is it?
This is a 1932.
Okay, 32, 33 with the last, the conventional Willis Overlands before the model 77 came in. A very nicely styled car. You can see that the radiator grille is a variant of the maroon Roadster we saw drive by. And that car is really smoking today.
This is another car that came from that same stone barn. Can you believe this? Thanks, Carol.
Barn fresh.
The exhaust is not barn fresh.
The rectifier ain't rectifying.
Oh my goodness. Come ahead. A 1918 Studebaker. How'd you get in here?
Is this the unrestored original?
Unrestored original. That's how it comes. Stop right there. This is Dick Coleman comes here and brings a car practically every year. He's a major supporter of the show also. This is an 18 Studebaker SH Touring, and Richard is from Saline.
And this is Studebaker.
This is a 1919 Studebaker. This is a Light 4 Touring, and of course Larry Gordon's back from Quincy with this one. These two cars are identical.
So where were they built? Detroit or South Bend? Detroit. These are Detroit-built cars.
The Light 4s had a 112-inch wheelbase and a 40-horsepower four-cylinder engine. They don't smoke like nights, though, do they?
Oh my goodness. Groucho's cigar didn't smoke that bad.
Oh, it couldn't have had a better aroma.
Yes, it did. This is a 1930 Packard 73350. This is Dennis Nordstrom from Dearborn Heights. And this thing is a gunboat.
You must go when people want to contract. clean a disc wheel than a wire wheel anytime.
Those would have been easy to clean in an era when wheel cleaning was a chore. We had money rules.
Okay, are we still in J class? My God, this thing just goes on forever.
And
This
listen
is
how
a
quiet
61
that Packard
Corvair
is.
Sports Wagon camper. This is Pete Kohler from Farmington Hills, another Henry Ford original car. And my gosh, what have you got back there? He's got the whole family, a card table, and you folks in the bleachers can take a good look. You want to specifically say anything about this?
Well, Jim, to me it's hard to believe this car has a rear engine. 80 horsepower, eh?
And it uses them all, he said.
Well, the Chevrolet Corvair came out as a compact car, sort of an American-built Volkswagen concept with air-cooled engine in the rear. Came out in 1960 model year. In the following year, Chevrolet introduced a family of trucks that were also Corvair related, called the Corvair 95, indicating a 95-inch wheelbase. The Greenbrier was the station wagon version, and that's what this was converted from. It was the Greenbrier, and the Greenbrier actually was the longest lasting of the Corvair 95 family, built into model year 1965.
It was eventually, this car was based on the Universal, which was a GM Motorama concept vehicle earlier, but again, a very clever bit of engineering.
We're a little behind time, so we're going to keep things moving here to try and keep on schedule, or maybe I should say catch up to schedule.
Why don't we, on the original cars, let's just comment on their originality, and we'll just
Keep moving, fellas, keep moving. All right, we got a 1967 Corvair Monza four-door hardtop, Mark Corbin from Galleon, Ohio.
And this, of course, is built at Willow Run, which is the factory they're talking about tearing down. Isn't that right, Ron?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, this car's sticker is still in the window, $3,283.80. So it's a pretty highly optioned little car, I would say. Okay. A 51 Kaiser Deluxe four-door. This is Dave and Ann Holt, and they're from Brighton. And what have you got on your other side here, Dave? All original, 15,000 miles, 3-speed with overdrive. Caribbean Coral is the color. Sold in May of '51 for $2,525. Restyled for '51. 3,200 pounds, 226-inch cubic inch Kaiser-made Continental engine. I suppose I could go on, but I'm going to stop because we're getting short on time. So
it's a beautiful color, Caribbean Coral. Notice on this car, the Kaiser, all the chrome is carried low on the body, the grille and the bumper and the lower body molding along the side, so that the vast majority of the sheet metal, the sculpted sheet metal, is available to appreciate this really stunning color. Another designed by Howard Darren.
Notice also the transparent sun visor. The typical add-on sun visor of that era was solid metal, that's right. So you got the shielding, but you could also see traffic lights.
Hey guys, I was just informed that they're not going to tear down the entire plant where the Corvair was made, only part of it. Is that true? Does anybody know?
They're trying to save part.
They're trying to save the part that houses the Yankee Air Force Museum, but they're a little short on what they needed to do that. They gave them a 2-month, I believe it was, extension, but I don't think they've met it yet. I think they're working.